skaters, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. I am Coach Julia, and today is another special request video. I saw this comment from FBALS081. Can you give us a tutorial on the beautiful forward and backward hockey glides? Well, I would love to. Hockey glides are a gorgeous move all by themselves, but they're also really helpful for getting into other skills like pivots, spread eagles, and of course your 2-foot spins. So you want to learn a forward hockey glide, but also doing it both directions is nice for choreography, and doing them backwards gives a little zing to your programs. So let me show you what this skill looks like. So to do a good hockey glide, you definitely need solid 2-foot glides, and you want to have good bend in your knees. All right, those are two key elements that we're going to start with. We're going to start with a 2-foot glide going forward. Now you should learn this going both clockwise and counterclockwise, but since I am a clockwise or counterclockwise spinning skater, I do them more counterclockwise because that's how I use them to enter into a spin. So if you are left-handed or you rotate clockwise, you want to make sure you're focusing on a clockwise rotating hockey glide. If you're right-handed or you rotate counterclockwise, you want to learn both, but focus on a counterclockwise rotating hockey glide. We're going to start going forward on 2 feet. 2-foot glide, and then I'm going to have you bend your knees slightly. Okay, they're not a heavy bend, it's just a little bend. This is going to help us so that we can then slide 1 foot forwards. So we have our 2-foot glide, we've got our shoulders over our hips straight through our skates, our hips tucked under so we don't have our bum out, okay? And we get that gentle bend in the knee. And then I'm going to take my left leg, because I'm going to rotate counterclockwise. I'm going to slide that left leg forward until my knee is straight. So you can see my right knee is bent, my left knee is straight. From the front, it's going to look like this. I'm going to bend and then slide my left in front. All right, so you can see they're still a little bit separate, but most of my weight is on my right because that's the one that's under me. And my left is out in front. I can actually pick it up. All right, it's just set there really pretty with that knee straight. So doing that all together, we have our 2-foot glide. We're gonna bend our knees and slide one of them out in front. Now from here, we're gonna try to get our feet a little bit more straight, so it's like you're almost on a balance beam. And then I'm going to tip my body towards the foot that's in front. So I tell my students in person that we're gonna tip our airplane towards the front foot. All right, let's do that with a little bit of motion. So we go 2-foot glide, bend, push the left in front, tip our airplane towards the left foot. So it's not a huge lean, but we are getting onto our inside edge on the back foot and our outside edge on the front foot. So there's a little tip in our feet and definitely a tip in our body towards the front foot. Woo! All right, so the most common problem I see when skaters are trying to learn their hockey glide is that they put their weight between their feet and it stays there. And then you end up doing sort of an awkward, swizzly sort of motion, and it looks like this. They go forward on 2 feet, they bend, but then they can't get their 1 foot in front, and they do this sort of awkward inside edge rotating thing. So do your very best to get the front foot more parallel, like I said, like on a balance beam. If they stay wide, you're gonna look like a little duck out there on the ice, okay? So get your front foot as much in line with your back foot as possible. This will really help you when you try to tip. Otherwise, again, you're gonna get stuck and you're gonna look like a duck. All right, let's try it all together, going counterclockwise forward. So all together we have a couple pushes, our 2-foot glide, slide, tip that airplane towards the front foot. All right, so that is a forward counterclockwise hockey glide. We can also do it clockwise. Let me show you how that looks. It's the same process. We skate forward, we bend our knees. I'm gonna slide my right one in front and I'm gonna tip my airplane now towards my right foot. Okay, so if you are left-handed or a clockwise rotating skater, you're gonna probably find that side a little bit easier to practice. Now let's try these hockey glides going backwards. They're not so much something that you're going to do into another skill the way the forward ones are, but they're a really cool artistic thing that you can add to programs just to zhuzh up the artistry a little bit. So this time we're going to be skating backwards. All right, I'm going to try it first going counterclockwise because that is my rotating direction. So I'm going to give myself a couple of half swizzles with my left foot. Now, just like the forward one, our inside foot is going to go to the front. Okay, so the motion is very similar. We're kind of leading with our hips though. So our feet are together and it's easier to do this if you start on a curve. That's why I was doing half swizzles. So it puts us on a curve to start with. So you have our 2-foot glide. We're going to bend our knees and push our inside foot to the front. And when we do that, we're gonna sink so that our back foot is still on that inside edge and the front foot is still on the outside edge. It's the same thing as going forwards. And you still wanna keep those thighs really close so your front foot is out in front and not next to you. Okay, let's try that all together. So this backward counterclockwise hockey glide is gonna look like this. Couple left pushes, feet together, bend those knees, push the inside forward, and then we're going to lean in towards the center of our circle. So now let's try it rotating the other direction so you can see it both ways. This is going to be rotating clockwise. Going backwards, you can experiment with which one you feel better with, since you're not going to be needing to do it into a jump or a spin or a pivot or spread eagle or anything like that in the future. Okay, so we're just reversing everything. I'm now going to push with my right foot to give myself those half pumps. My feet are going to come together. I'm going to bend my knees. I'm going to slide my inside forward, and I'm going to tip my body towards the inside of my circle, towards my front foot. So always remember, your body tips towards whichever foot is in the front. And then you'll have an accurate hockey glide no matter which direction or forward or backward or which leg that you're doing. So lean towards the front foot. So these hockey glides going forward, I've said a few times, can be done into other skills. So let me show a few of them. We can do a hockey glide into an inside spread eagle, which is beautiful. We can do a hockey glide into a forward inside pivot. And there's your entrance. We can do it into a spin, hockey glide, spin. Okay, so you want to learn these going forward, especially the direction that you rotate. But as I've also said, they can be done on their own as a beautiful artistic maneuver, and then you can play with that upper body. I typically really open my shoulders up and arch my back. So once I'm in that motion, I can open my arms up and curve my back to give me like a beautiful set of wings, okay? So going into it, I will give myself the biggest extension that I can through my upper body, looking out towards my inside fingers. But maybe there's something else that fits with your music. I have a student right now, I'm choreographing a Hunger Games program, and maybe we could do a big invisible bow and arrow, all right? So you can play with the arms in the hockey glide. Just get yourself settled, and then whatever you do with your arms, make it big, make it count, all right? Maybe we're going to reach, all right? So play with it, but whatever you do it 110% so you get full value in your program. right, I hope you enjoyed that hockey glide tutorial. Again, these are beautiful all on their own, but you want to learn them so they can help you get into other skills like pivots, hockey glides, and 2-foot spins. All right, if you enjoyed this video, please do give us that thumbs up. And as always, I'm looking forward to reading all those comments in the comment section down below. And if you have a special request video, put it down there and I might just make a video out of it. If you haven't done so yet, then hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell in the corner so you can see all my videos when they come out. Happy skating, and I'll see you next time.